With this video, we are going to start talking about functions in Go programming language. A function is a sequence of program instructions grouped together that can be used from other parts of our program. It helps to organize pieces of a code to reuse and make it more readable. In different programming languages, those are known under different names: functions, methods, procedures, and so on. We have been already interacting with a function before. That's a main function. The main function is the entry point of every Go application. Once we start putting more and more code into the main function, we quickly realize that it becomes lengthy and less readable. In that case, we can start extracting smaller pieces into custom functions. Let's start by defining a simple function. To define a function, we use the keyword func, followed by the function name, then by parentheses, then by the body of a function. In this example, we defined a function with name hello, which prints out hello message on the screen. To call the function, we use its name followed by parentheses. When we run the program, it prints the message. Now let's modify our function so it can take a person's name and greet the person. To make a function taking some arguments, we specify them inside parentheses with their names followed by a type. Now, the name is an argument of our function and can be used as a usual variable inside that function. To pass an argument to a function, we also specify it inside the parentheses. You may wonder now, that's just a single line of code. Why do we bother extracting it into a function? Well, you're right. On the other hand, that opens new opportunities to reuse that function with different values. For example, now we can greet another person. We can also declare a function that accepts several arguments. For example, let's change our hello function to receive a first and the last name. The function now takes two arguments of a type string and prints the greet message using the person's first and last name. When we have several arguments of the same type followed one after another, we can provide a list of them and specify a type after the last argument. So in our example, we can drop the type for our argument named first. Then it will get the type of the last argument from the list. Let's run the app again to check if everything works as expected. Functions can also have return values. Return values are used to expose some work results done by a function. Let's define a full name function, which will build a full name from our first and last names. To make a function return a type, first we need to specify a type in the function declaration right after parentheses. Then the function has to return a value from its body. To do that, we use a return keyword and provide some value. Now, the function returns a string that can be printed out from any other place of a program. To see the result, we're going to print the full name from our hello function. It is worth to mention that the return keyword ends the execution of a function. Let's take the following example. The second return expression will never be reached. The compiler even warns us about that. So why would we need to use several return expressions? They usually used to perform some early checks. For example, we may check if the first and last arguments are blank and return an empty string. A function can also have several return values. Let's create a new function that will split a full name into first and last names. Of course, full names can consist of more than two words, but for the sake of that example, let's assume that the full name has only two words in it. To return several values from a function, we specify the list of return types enclosed with parentheses. When we return values, we also specify the list of values separated by a comma. When we call the split function from the strings package, it splits a string by a separator. In our case, the separator is a space, and the function returns a slice of strings. From that slice, we take a first element, which is going to be first name, and the second element as the last name. Now we can call the function and assign returning values into variables and print them out. Now we're calling hello function, passing the first and the last arguments, which are a result of our split full name function. We can also name return values, that makes our code more descriptive. That was a quick introduction to functions. Let's quickly summarize what we have covered here. We've learned what are the functions, how to define and call them. We learned how to define functions that receive some arguments and how to make functions return one or several values.